Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to today's Ask Me Anything session that is part of the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge. My name is Ayam Monir. I'm the MENA Ecosystem Engagement and Project Specialist with CGR's Accelerate for Impact platform, which is the A4IP, and I'll be moderating today's session. I'm very happy to see such interest from innovators, researchers, and ecosystem actors joining us today from all different countries. To get to know each other more, please drop your name, country where you're logged from, your organization, and your role in the chat box. And before we begin, there are a few house rules I would like to share with you. So the session will be held in English, but there is live captions if needed. Do not forget to turn on your cameras and turn off your mics. If you wish to speak, please raise a hand and the moderator will give you the right to speak. We will be having a live Q&A session at the end, but if your question cannot wait, please drop it in the chat. You are welcome to ask your questions in 3 languages, Arabic, French, and English. We will be here to translate. We have a full interactive session ahead of us, including partners' remarks, detailed presentation of the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge, and at the end, a Q&A part. So I encourage you to stay until the end and remain active. As you can see, the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge is supported by a diverse and international consortium of partners, bringing together research institutions, innovation actors, and ecosystem builders, all working towards more resilient and sustainable agri-food systems in Tunisia. This project is organized as part of CGR's Accelerate for Impact program, Scaling for Impact program, and led by the Alliance of Biodiversity International and SIAT through the Accelerate for Impact platform, which is a venture space that is rethinking traditional models and building innovative partnerships to bring cutting-edge agricultural research to market. It co-designs, accelerates, and de-risks science-based, tech-driven solutions for sustainable agriculture and climate action. We have implemented core accelerator activities globally and across the Mediterranean basin and the Middle East and North Africa, such as Morocco, Egypt, now in Tunisia, and Algeria as our next destination. Our programs, they provide tailored capacity building and technical support to scale innovations via go-to-market strategies, industry partnerships, and targeted investments. To date, we have supported more than 200 entrepreneurial scientists and more than 60 innovations in the region spanning artificial intelligence, automation, genetic tools, remote sensing, and digital platforms, all aimed at improving predictive analytics, soil health, productivity, and climate resilience. The action with CGR's research centers, specifically ICARDA, the International Center for Agricultural Research in Dry Areas, IOMI, which is the International Water Management Institute, alongside with the Tunisian National Research Institution IRESA, l'Institution de la Recherche et de l'Enseignement Supérieur Agricole. This initiative is officially endorsed by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources of Tunisia, meaning it has formal governmental support. The project is also supported by a board or network of national, regional, and international partners, including ESIAT, l'École supérieure des industries alimentaires de Tunis, Siam Bari, the International Center for Advanced Mediterranean Agronomic Studies in Bari, Fondazione AgriTech or the AgriTech Center, Arma Cube, E for Impact, the Entrepreneurship for Impact Foundation, Prima Foundation, which is the Partnership for Research and Innovation in the Mediterranean Area Foundation, BusinessMed, the Union Resilient Africa Fund, and AOAD, which is the Arab Organization for Agricultural Development. I'm also very pleased to officially welcome Mazam as the accelerator of the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Salah Boulila, the Managing Director of Mazam, for a few words.
Thank you very much, Aya. Hi, everyone. I'm Salah Boulila, Managing Director of Mazam. We're very happy to be with you today and hopefully to get to know maybe some of the entrepreneurs that would be with us during this amazing adventure. We at Mazam, we are working since 2011 on designing and implementing support programs for entrepreneurs in different stages. It can go from incubation to acceleration to access to market and access to finance. And we also had the opportunity to work on different contexts, especially in the MENA region and in the African continent. And we are really excited and waiting for you to apply and to onboard with us on AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge.
Thank you, Salah. And as an addition, this project benefits from the involvement of Sistema Italia, and as it aligns with the TANIT initiative, as well as the support in the Italy-Tunisian strategic partnership on food security. It's a project implemented by Siambari and the flagship component of Italy's Mattei Plan for Africa. Now we'll be moving to our partners' remarks. I don't know if we can go ahead with both, Claudia.
Sure, let's present the first partner.
So now we have the pleasure of inviting Mrs. Fatma Trabilsi from IRESA to give us some of her remarks on the importance of this challenge and its relevance for the agri-tech and agri-food innovation ecosystem in Tunisia.
Thank you, everybody. How you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you for this affirmation session, this relevant session to introduce or to the call of AgriTech4Tunisia that ERISA is partner. Firstly, I want to present my institution. ERISA is an agricultural institution of research and higher education, and we manage 22 institutions in Tunisia, across Tunisia, between higher education institution and the research center institution. Our role in this project is to enhance or to disseminate this project with our researchers, especially young researchers, to enhance the transfer of technology between research and development. Concerning our remark concerning this project, we find this project very relevant and aligned with the objective of ERISA to improve this relationship between researcher and the market. And we will work together to disseminate the activities of the project and to go together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fatma, and for your involvement and ERESA's involvement. We highly appreciate our collaboration and partnership. Now we'll be moving to present more about the project itself, and I would like to invite Claudia Zachary from A4IP.
Thank you, Aya, and very welcome to all our participants here today. My name is Claudia Zachary, and I work at the Alliance of Biodiversity International in SIAT based in Rome, and I'm the project coordinator for AgriTech for Tunisia. It's great to see, such a diverse audience, and continue to present yourself. Drop your names, your innovation teams, and where you're coming from. So we just wanted to provide you with a short overview of AgriTech4Tunisia, and of course give you the space to pose any questions about either your application or any of the information that you have been reading online about this project. So just a very quick overview of what AgriTech4Tunisia is in a nutshell. So to clarify, one of the main questions or incoming questions that we've been having is whether this challenge is only for Tunisian-focused teams, but what we will be doing is we are supporting both Tunisian and international innovators. So you may also be an innovation team that is not necessarily based in Tunisia that is also eligible to apply to this challenge, so long as you are developing context-specific and tech-driven solutions that are applicable to the context of Tunisia, both in terms of its agricultural sector and also the market needs. So we'll be going over very briefly the specific objectives of the AgriTech4Tunisia. So we're looking to promote this international cooperation component among you as startups and entrepreneurial scientists and industry players. And this is also very much reflected in the international consortium of partners that is helping us to put together and implement this project. We'll also be looking at scouting and supporting and, of course, scaling these innovation teams through a comprehensive support toolkit that will begin with the bootcamp and then follow on through with an accelerator program. And the idea is that this comprehensive support toolkit will include both business training, technical assistance, networking, and opportunities to do product validation and pilot testing with end users, as well as B2B matching with agribusinesses and corporates. We're also looking to scout those teams or these innovations that can then support to accelerate the farm level development, deployment of these solutions to, of course, boost the productivity, sustainability, and climate resilience of Tunisia's agricultural sector. And we're also looking to address those unique challenges of Tunisia's agricultural sector and market needs. So moving on to the next slide, we very briefly have outlined what the core 7 intervention areas or priority areas of the challenge are. So one of the key eligibility criteria of this challenge is, of course, that your solution is applicable to the context of Tunisia. And through a thorough assessment and design process that has brought us then to build the setup of this project, we've come up with these 7 intervention areas that were validated with local stakeholders in Tunisia. So it's important that that your solution applies to at least one of these intervention areas, and this is also one of the core questions of the application form. So we're looking at those solutions that are applicable to smart irrigation practices and non-conventional water solutions, the AI and precision agriculture input optimization. We're looking at climate smart services and tools, post-harvest solutions and market access. So all those solutions that are, let's say, in the post-harvest, let's say, aspect of the crops. Agri-finance tools, so all those fintech solutions that are applicable to the context of the agricultural sector. We're looking at circular economy and strengthening the sustainability of agricultural value chains, and digital extension services and capacity building tools. Moving on to the next slide. So this is a snapshot of the, let's see, the timeline and the various steps of the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge. So we launched the call for application in mid-December, which will follow through to the 12th of February. So we will be accepting applications until the 12th of February. And this will then be followed by an evaluation process that will then help us to select the top teams that will be admitted to an in-person bootcamp in April. So we'll be flying in both international and, of course, Tunisian teams to this 4-day intensive training that we will be doing there on the ground, from which we will then select, with the support of our selection committee, select the top 10 teams that then will be admitted to a 3-month accelerator program, which will be done online. And we'll conclude with the demo day. We'll conclude with the demo day, which will be a celebration, of course, of the achievements of the teams, and will be an opportunity for you, of course, to interact directly with agribusinesses, corporates, investors, and venture capitalists. And then as part of, let's say, all of the innovation challenges and core accelerator activities run by A4IP, once you become part of our community, you're also offered this post-program support, which is done more on a flexible basis, but the idea is that we like to keep in contact and support you also following the conclusion of the program. Okay, so what's in store for you, and what is the project offering of AgriTech4Tunisia? So we've gone through these briefly and saying that the top teams that will be admitted through the first segment will be invited to this 4-day fully funded bootcamp in Tunisia. And the idea is that this 4-day will be a deep dive into the context, the agricultural context of Tunisia, but also its innovation ecosystem. So one of the core objectives of the bootcamp is really to engage with the project partners and with the industry experts that will be admitted or will be part of this 4-day intensive training. And there will also be a combination of business workshops, one-to-one training, as well as an on-farm visit in Tunisia. So the idea, of course, is to really create this strong network of local and international partners through the consortium that we've built, but also extending it to other support organizations that will be coming in at different points of the program. From the bootcamp, we will then select the top 10 teams that will be admitted to a sponsored 3-month accelerator program, and this will combine business development and business training with the support of Mazam and our, let's say, partners here in the room that will be supporting us with the more business training and ensuring that you are developing a sustainable business model and an investment teaser and pitch that can then support you in the next stage, let's say, of the program. And this will also be combined by technical assistance from our technical partners and CGIAR scientists. We will be doing one-to-one, both from a business perspective and also from a technical aspect, and ensuring that the solutions that you're presenting can then be validated from a scientific point of view as well. We're also looking, of course, to connect you with investors and commercial partners, and this will mostly occur from the accelerator program phase onwards. So we want to make sure to, support you in increasing your visibility, both to at the country, but also regional level. So we're looking also at ensuring that we have regional investors, venture capitalist firms, and accelerators that will also be invited to the project-related events of AgriTech4Tunisia. We'll also be supporting you, again, this is more in the accelerator program phase, in doing product validation and pilot testing with end users. So the idea is that we have had farmer organizations involved from the very start of this project in terms of its designing, to ensuring that the solutions that we then go and select are truly applicable to the context, and that there's a product market fit to your solution. So we will also be facilitating the opportunity to do product validation with end users. And then as a final aspect, we're looking, of course, to support you after the program as well through strategic mentorship, and ensuring that we follow up on those leads that we've made during the accelerator program, and ensuring that you can benefit from the early alerts of opportunities offered by A4IP or CGIAR and our partners in general. So I will pass it over now to Salah, who will be giving you an overview of the eligibility criteria and selection criteria.
Yeah, thank you very much, Claudia. So we get now to the eligibility criteria first. You need to be registered as a legal entity. It's not required at the time of the applications, but you just need to prove that you are at least in the process of registering, and provide the supporting documents. Relevance, of course, to the Tunisian context. You need to address the priority areas, at least one of them, and the key challenges in Tunisia's agricultural landscape. The technology readiness, so you need to have at least your MVP, your minimum viable product, and ideally, if you can also demonstrate that you have end users that are already testing or using your solutions. We are also looking, and you need to have a scientific validation for the solution, and I mean demonstrate how you are improving and making new adjustments on existing concepts and technologies. And you also need to provide, if you went through a validation process for I mean the scientific side of your startups and projects. Moving to the next slide. We need also to make sure that you demonstrate how your business model is solid and have potential for growth, and also prevents competitors, whether in the Tunisian context or in the MENA region in general. So basically, we're talking about sustainability and scalability of your solutions and your business models. Especially, of course, you need to provide evidence and proof on whatever the different criteria that I am mentioning now. Also regarding the environmental and social impact, if you can deliver measurable environmental and social outcomes or minimizing the risks regarding climate resilience, resource efficiency, or inclusive growth within Tunisia's agri-food systems. And the final eligibility criteria is motivation and team composition. Your team should bring diverse and complementary skill sets. You need to be aware that you have to be at least two members in each team. You can't be a solo entrepreneur. You won't be eligible for this program. And you need also to be proficient in English or in French or both in order to attend and get involved in the different activities and workshops and sessions that will be organized during the bootcamp or afterwards during the acceleration phase. So these are eligibility criteria. These are very important, and you need to be aware of all of them in order to get through the eligibility filter and get into the selection phase. But you also need to be aware that there are different weightings that will be taken into account for the final selection. There are 6 criteria that have different weightings, and let's say that the most important ones or the priority criteria are sustainability and scalability of the business model, and also team composition. So as I said, the solidity of the business model, that you already addressing successfully market needs, also what distinguishes you from your competitors, your replicability potential, your growth potential. If it's possible, you have documents and well-documented, process of maybe your patenting or protecting your intellectual property. And for team compositions, as we said, at least two members, and highlight your professional background, your educational background, if you have any, expertise or industry-specific knowledge. And also, if you have representation of youth and women in the project, and structures that maybe exemplifies inclusivity, it would be also great and good if you can talk about it and highlight it. Afterwards, we have 3 let's say, criteria that are very close in terms of weightings, which are novelty and uniqueness, scientific relevance, and applicability to Tunisia's context. And you have the final criteria for the environmental and social impact. So just to make it clear, we are talking about the fact that these criteria are very important and are eligibility criteria. And once you get through the eligibility filter, you need to be aware of the different weightings and coefficients that are, linked to each of those criteria. So all of them needs to be addressed. All of them needs to be demonstrated and talked about in order to get through the eligibility. And then you need to focus on maybe the most important ones that you have proofs and you can demonstrate in your application. So talking about the application process, the call was published since December last year, and the deadline is pretty close. It's in February 12th, so you still have time, but if you didn't start yet on the draft of your application, I invite you and we invite you to go ahead and start your draft. In case you get to have any questions or you need to clarify some points, so that you can, ask those questions even after this session and get the right answers. You will be notified of the selection during March, 2026, and the boot camp, the 4-day boot camp, will be held during April 2026. So this is it for the presentation. The floor is yours now. If you have questions, let's kickstart the Q&A session. Please, if you have any question, raise your hand and open your mic and camera if possible, and feel free to ask the questions. If you are not in the possibility to talk, you can just write it directly on the chat. Regarding the process, regarding the selection criteria, regarding maybe your application form, if you already started filling it, or the different elements that we went through until now. For example, of course, this call is open to candidates globally, in Tunisia or elsewhere. You just need to make sure that it's applicable and relevant to the Tunisian context and addresses at least one of the priority areas.
Hello.
Yes, Amin.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi. This is Amin speaking. I just a quick question. So one of the areas that this program is interested in is market access, and I have a project in this area. My question is about the selection criteria for topics in this area, especially the R&D relevance, scientific relevance. So it's more about economic aspects, etc. So it's not about the science or patents or engineering. Would this criteria be replaced by another criteria, or how do you deal with such projects? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amin. As I said, scientific relevance is one of the eligibility criteria, and also it's taken into account at an important coefficient during the selection. And you need to support your solution by highlighting at least its accuracy and credibility, and any discovery-driven approach that you conducted, to show how the solution, I mean, is effectively solving a problem or is meeting a market need. It's not, I mean, scientific relevance would not be replaced by any other criteria. And as I said, if there is not, I mean, an extensive scientific validation, at least try to demonstrate how you've been through maybe a discovery-driven approach to emphasize on the accuracy and credibility of your solution.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So just to make sure that I understood you correctly, so a good market analysis would be, and maybe validation, etc., would be something that in this criteria that fulfills this criteria.
It won't be the, let's say, the best thing to talk about scientific relevance, but at least I'm proposing to you a way to get through the eligibility.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
as I said, scientific relevance is one of the, I mean, main criteria for the selection.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
Can I also compliment on Salah there in saying that in the application form there's a specific question that asks you to match it to one of CJR's impact areas, and of course we can drop here in the chat. It should already be linked in the website, but we can drop the link here in the chat for you also to take a look at how to then match, let's say, your solution with one of CJR's impact areas and ongoing research. So we can drop that in the chat for you.
Thank you, Claudia. I think next is Marwa.
So, hello everyone. This is Marwa Ben Amr, PhD student in the framework of our SAFE Prima project. It's agro-food waste recovery, new processing technology for food safety and packaging. I'm here in behalf of the team of the Center of Biotechnology of Port Saidraya. So my question is, we are not a startup and we are not in the process of registration. So we are a project, a scientific research project. So as a research project team, we can apply for this initiative or not.
Can I take that one, Salah?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Marwan. That's a great question. So yes, we, in terms of the eligibility criteria, we're looking at startups that have a traditional setup and are already registered, are either in the process of compiling the legal, let's say, or the registration process, or those scientific and research products that are, or teams that are affiliated with an academic institution, which is either a research center or a university. So yes, you're very welcome to apply.
Thank you so much for clarifying this.
And I see that was also one of the questions there in the chat.
Yes, there is a question from Fadwa. The applicant should be affiliated with an academic institution or a company at the time of application. Yes, it was just what Claudia was explaining. A registered company in process of registration or affiliated with a university or an academic institution or a research center.
Next is a question we have from Manal in the chat.
Yes, so from Manal, we have two solutions, a hardware solution and a software solution. The hardware solution is at the MVP stage, while the software solution is at the POC stage. At this stage, we do not yet have clients. Could you please confirm whether we are eligible? So since you have the hardware solution at the MVP stage, you are eligible, but as I said, there are weightings between the different criterias and there will be scoring. So it would be good if you can just mention that you are already testing these solutions with end users. They do not necessarily have to be clients, but if you can just show and demonstrate that your solution is being tested by end users. Is that clear? Okay, great. So just, I mean, try to demonstrate that in the application form. Are there any other questions, whether in the chat?
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Mohammed Amin Mazbi, and I am applying for the pre-label. I have an agri-tech startup. So my question is for the acceleration program. I guess you didn't precise like the financing, how much are the funds, and the form of funding. Will it be like equity free, or you will be participating in the capital, etc.?
As demonstrated in the slide on what's in the store for you, you will have access to a fully funded boot camp in Tunisia, the 4-day boot camp. We will ensure that you build strategic connections with ecosystem players, whether the startup ecosystem or especially access to market, in order for you to test your solutions or even market your solutions after gaining the entry to the sponsored 3-month accelerator program, and receive technical assistance from CGIAR scientists. There will be a connection with investors and commercial partners, but there won't be funding directly to the participating startups. So it would be especially in access to market opportunities, accessing pilot testing with the Tunisian companies, Tunisian farmers, and Tunisian end users. And as I said, getting the technical assistance from CGIAR scientists.
Okay, thank you very much.
So another question from Giselle. I want to ask for someone who has already applied, if it's possible to resubmit the application.
Yeah, can I take that one, Salah? Just to
Yes.
say that from a back end, sure, Giselle, if you want to drop us an email, and I will then show you which the email address to which we can then move your application back in draft form. So if you need to resubmit it, that is possible. And here it is. So at info@agritechchallenge.org, if you just drop us a message, and then we can ensure to put your application back in draft mode if you want to edit it. And just to give you a few numbers, just before this just before the session, we went through the back end, and as of today, we have 82 applications from 27 different countries, which is quite impressive to see such a large number of countries being represented. And there's 270 odd applications in draft mode, so we can see we're expecting numbers to go up. And as Salah recommended, to make sure not to leave your applications to the very end date, and drop us any questions here or via email should you want to have a quick chat with us as well.
Yeah. So, do you have the exact dates for the announcement of the successful candidates?
So we're looking at early March to be the announcement, and you will receive a notification via email about the outcome of your application, and then we will follow on through with a registration process, and we'll be doing needs assessments with you just to get to know you a bit better in one-to-one calls to then select the teams that will be going through to the bootcamp phase. But we're looking at the first half of March.
Yes,
Early March.
yeah, we will make sure that it's also early enough for you to get to prepare yourself to come to the bootcamp in Tunisia, as you have to attend the bootcamp in person, and also you will be having support for non-Tunisian entrepreneurs and participants, getting support in obtaining the visa with the invitation letter and I mean whatever may be requirements that you may need in order to facilitate the process of obtaining the visa. And just also to let you know that up to 2 members from each selected team will be fully funded to attend the in-person bootcamp. There's another question from Khadija. Even after applying and not sure it's submitted, can I reapply for certainty?
Sure. Again, from the back end, Khadija, if you can drop us an email at info@agritechchallenge.org, and we can double check that for you from the back end.
Another question from Danielle. I am attending the Commonwealth Demo Day in UK in April. So I was wondering if you have the exact dates for the bootcamp in Tunisia. Danielle, do you have the exact dates for your demo day, for your Commonwealth demo day? As if it's in the second half of April, I mean, there won't be any interference between the two activities. Another question from Waad Al-Majri. What risk mitigation approaches do you apply when supporting early stage technologies on the path to scale up and regulatory approval? What risk mitigation approach do you apply once? I mean, the different, let's say, perks and support that we are planning to provide is part of this risk mitigation approach. The different also linkages that will be created between you, the different partners that were listed by Aya and Claudia, the different also experts that we will be having involved during the program, and also the connections that would be made with, as I said, farmers and users, agricultural companies are part of this risk mitigation plan when we will be supporting you during your path to scale up. And of course, there will be, as Claudia said, after the selection, a needs assessment phase in order to get to be sure that we are providing the necessary elements during the different phases tailored to the exact needs of the participating projects.
I may add something, Saleh, for this question. Hello, everyone. Muna Ayari from Mazam. So actually, during the 3 months acceleration program, you will have around, each team will have around 10 hours of dedicated mentorship. And each team will be assigned kind of a lead mentor for strategy continuity, who will track progress, etc. So it's going to be 6 hours, so maybe 6 one-to-one session. And then the rest 4 sessions, remaining hours, they will be allocated to specialist mentors. And those specialist mentors will be there to assist actually on specific technical, scientific, or regulatory bottlenecks. So we will also, before the bootcamp and also before the acceleration program, we will be conducting diagnosis interviews with each team. So we will be assessing actually the specific needs of each team, so we can tailor as much as possible the support and also the connection with the different experts depending on the needed themes, because we know that there is no one size fits all for this. So this is how we mitigate actually this kind of risk. It's a very good question, by the way.
Yes, and just getting back to Danielle, your commitment is between April 24 and May 1st. I guess, Claudia, I can safely say that the bootcamp won't be in this period.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
If we may go back to Manel's question in the chat, could you please let us know how many candidates will be accepted?
So there will be 20 projects selected for the bootcamp phase, and then there will be another selection of 10 projects for the acceleration phase. So we will start with 20 startups and projects, and then after the bootcamp, select 10 to continue and finish the program and get to the acceleration and demo day. So there is another question from
And a question
Ibrahim.
from Ibrahim.
Yes. Are there any age restrictions to be eligible? No. No age restrictions. But as I said, in your team structure and compositions, if you have, inclusive representation and with youth and women, highlight it and mention it. Paul is asking about the recording of this info session. I think it would be published on YouTube
Yes,
channel.
it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and it's the @Accelerate for Impact platform, A4IP between brackets.
Okay, let us hear you guys. If you have questions, and use your mics. Stop using the chat. Let us hear you. Is there structured support for IP strategy and patenting, particularly for bio-based or agro products? Yes. Yes, there will be support on that.
If you have any questions that will come up later on, you can always send us an email, or you can join the WhatsApp community. You can scan the QR code or join through the link in the chat. If there are no more questions, I would like to invite Dr. Ayman Freja from ICARDA, the International Center for Agricultural Research in Dry Areas, for some closing remarks.
Thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Yes. So thanks a lot for for organizing this information session. So ICARDA is the International Center for Agricultural Research in the Dry Areas. It's the fifth logo on the top of this slide in front of you. It's also a CGR center. It's a sister center to the Alliance, who are responsible for this call, with a small difference that ICARDA has been based in Tunisia for the last 40 years now. And we have a broad partnership agreements with different entities from research and development organizations within the Ministry of Agriculture, but also beyond that, a network of farmers associations, of private companies, and civil society NGOs. So, as a CGR center with decades of scientific leadership in the dry land agri-food systems, ICARDA, together with its partners, including the CGR, but also ERESA, who are also present here, will be helping the innovators selected under this call to ground their solutions in real field conditions through validated data and practical needs of farmers and value chain actors across Tunisia. So that's something we will try to help you with once you will reach this stage. And also through the shared research infrastructure, experimental platforms, and national networks, ICARDA with its national partners, notably ERESA also, and the Alliance will be providing technical guidance, access to experts. We have a broad network of experts with whom we have been working with the last few years. But also opportunities for field testing. As I said before, we have also a network of leader farmers farmers associations with whom we are partnering in. We have been partnering, or we are partnering in different projects, and that will enable the applicants to strengthen their MVPs with science-based evidence and market-relevant insights. Leveraging this strong collaboration with our Tunisian research institutions, the extension systems, and the regional development partners, all of that, I think, will make it available for you for your ground truthing, for your engagement in the field, for refining your solutions. And I think we will be very happy to provide you with such supports once we get to that stage. With that, I would like to thank again the organizers of this information session. Wish all the best for the applicants, and see you soon. Good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Ayman, for your words and your collaboration and support. Before we close, I would like to thank you all for joining us and for your questions and active participation. I invite you to apply for the AgriTech4Tunisia Innovation Challenge if you haven't done yet. The link to the application form is sent in the chat and will be shared in the WhatsApp community as well. You can revisit all the info we have shared on our website. The QR code is on the screen, and the link is shared as well. If you have any remaining questions, please feel free to reach out via email or on WhatsApp. And we'll be uploading the recording of this session on our YouTube channel if you need to watch some parts or share with a colleague. On behalf of the Alliance of Biodiversity International and SIAC, the organizers and the partners of the project, we thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to receiving your applications and to supporting innovative solutions for Tunisia's agri-food systems. Have a great rest of the day and evening, and goodbye.